It's Brett here from Metropole, and recently the top performing suburbs and houses in Brisbane for the last 20 years has come out, and there's quite a big list there. And would you believe that it's almost over 400% for some of the top suburbs over the last 20 years? And there's some really good data there that's been provided. Quite amazing when you think, going back in that time, there's been floods in Brisbane, there's been a mining downturn, there's been a GFC. We've had the Asian flu, the coronavirus, the dot-com bubbles crash and stock market crashes and things like that. So despite those times, the market has still been quite resilient and done fairly well over the last 2 decades. As a property investor, I think it's really, really important you start to understand those trends. And of the list below, you can take a look and see that over 80% of these suburbs are located within 10 kilometres of Brisbane. 80% of these suburbs have a train line. Another 80% have a great school catchment, a really, really strong school catchment that's in high demand. And last of all of these suburbs, and this is a key factor, all of these suburbs have an average income well above the average for the rest of Queensland. And their incomes are rising, and that's going to be a key factor moving forward as we face a low inflation, low wages growth over the next 5 years. You need to be buying in areas where wages are continually growing, where people can afford to pay more for property. So it's really important you understand these factors, and more importantly, half of these suburbs, probably 3/4 of these suburbs, have a combination of all of those things I just mentioned. So why fight the big trends? I know there's a lot of talk at the moment about people working from home and regional centres becoming popular and things like that. They're not majority trends, they're minority trends. It's not going to work out that way in the long run. So please use these figures and use these numbers and these suburbs and areas, break them down, find out what the trends are, what the majority trends are, and adjust your investment decisions accordingly. Because I can guarantee probably the majority of these suburbs will again be there in 20 years' time, despite what happens with the good times and the bad times over the next decade or two. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.